Hello, John here, back with a Transformers related video. This video is a video reply to Dorian's latest one, which was more discussions please. Now the first thing I want to pick up on Dorian's video was that he has a design engineering degree. So what I proposed to him, and others who may have a degree in a similar field that collect Transformers, is I would say it would take away the magic of the figures you transform, fiddle with, things like that, because you know how it works. You know why that joint's there for that reason, and you know why that design was particularly picked for that section of the figure, and so forth. The best way for me to describe why I would feel that some of the magic would be taken away is comparing it to wrestling. Now bear with me, I'm quite a big wrestling fan, and what is classed by wrestling insiders and things as a smart fan. I look at the websites, find out what's going on backstage. So if you look up that stuff, you find out, you know, who's going to be lined in to win, say, the Royal Rumble that year, for example, or who's going to win the title belt at this pay-per-view, and so forth. And that kind of takes away the magic. I still enjoy watching it and stuff, but you know, knowing that kind of spoils it, and you go, yeah, okay, fair enough, he deserved to win it, he didn't, things like that. But when I was a kid and watching it, I didn't know any of that, because really the internet wasn't there, and you didn't have all this information unless you really went looking for it. And it kind of takes away a little bit of the magic, the fun, knowing who's going to win and things like that. So you go back to the Transformers figures, and if you know how things work in it, it kind of spoils it, because you kind of figure out how to transform it instantly. Now I have no idea how they work in terms of design. I know obviously, particularly the Combiner Wars figures, which I'm focusing on in discussion here, is that a lot of them have been remoulded or retooled, as the terms are, but I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they come up with ideas, or what they do to retool it, what gets taken out, what gets put in, and so forth. So I look at it from a sort of fresh fan perspective. Whereas, you know, I mean, obviously I can tell certain figures are based off other figures. That's my phone going off, and again. But I don't have enough knowledge for it to ruin my experience playing with the figures. And Dorian also states how he loves the over complexity of figures and the design look over the Hasbro ones. For me personally, I don't. I'm completely opposite of him. I do not like the Fans Project take on Menasor and Superion, where I absolutely love the Hasbro Combiner Wars version of Superion. I'm a bit iffy on the Menasor look, particularly the head, but I can see they went for the comic book look rather than the cartoon version, but I still prefer the look of him to the Fans Project version. I think the Fans Project versions look overly complex. There's too much going on, the mould's just too busy, the sculpt is too busy for my liking, whereas like the Hasbro design is quite simple, it's quite, not sleek, but you know what I mean. I also like a lot of my figures to just have simple transformations where I can switch my brain off for, you know, 20-30 minutes, just to, you know, take me out of situations in life that might be stressing me, be it work, home life, you know, if my son's been particularly difficult one evening, you know, things like that, where I just get time to fiddle with Transformers, and it takes me away, just calms me down, clears my mind, things like that, whereas I can't really do that with overly complex figures. I can take a Takara example, and a Hasbro one to boot as well, say Masterpiece Rodimus Prime. I absolutely hate that figure. I love the look of it, but transforming it is absolutely terrifying. I've only done it a few times, and mine's is one of the first runs of the Takara version, so my figures, his black leg warmers, I don't know what you'd call them, warmers, shin guards, I'll call them leg warmers because it's 80s and cool. They've snapped off. That was a common fault, and I didn't want that to happen, but it did. So now he's just in the display cabinet in robot mode, where he will probably never get touched. And it's a shame, because I really love his Winnebago mode, but I'm just too terrified to transform him. Whereas I can pick up any other of the recent Takara Masterpiece figures, say Sideswipe, Wheeljack, Powerball, and have fun transforming them. Particularly the same goes with the Combiner Wars figures, you know, I can take them apart, combine them, transform them individually, and so on. That's fun to me. It might not be fun to Dorian, but it definitely is to me. That's why I like the Transformer figures. I'm not getting into the are they for kids, aren't they? That's not the debate I'm bringing up here. It's just what I find fun personally. And that is what I find fun, which is the point I'm trying to get across in an overly long and stretched out video segment. So anyway, I'll leave it at that, and obviously I do apologise for my dishevelled appearance. We've had a couple of rough nights with the wee one, with sleeping in it, but we're back on track, so I'm going to get my hair washed, have a shave, probably get my hair cut next week. You don't want to hear about that, you just want to hear about upcoming videos. I'm going to actually do a review, hopefully in my next one. And I'll take on review points on board that Dorian mentioned in his latest discussion video as well, because I'm quite bad for going on about, you know, the head spins that way and this colours this, and we'll go more in depth why I like this figure I'm going to review and what it means to me to have the figure, things like that. So for now I'm just going to sign off, and again thanks for watching and thanks for the subscribers. I did hit 100, I've dropped to 99, but thank you very much if you're still subscribing to me, I do really appreciate it, and I will see you next time with another Transformers related video.